Hey, hi, Komal.
Hi.
Uh, yeah. So, is it possible to switch on the video because it will be a video recorded session? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for joining the interview. So, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah, that's great. So, and I'm working in the industry, over 10 years, and setting up quality gate with the bigger companies like JFrog, Japper. So I help them to set up a quality gate and making sure that their product goes, enterprise their product goes into the production. It will be perfectly fine. Yeah. So can you, tell me about yourself?
Yes, sir. My name is Komal Subhash-Amit. I'm from Nanded, but currently stay in Pune. And I did my graduation from MGM College of Nanded, and after that I joined my RDAT company, and I have 1 year experience in automation as well as manual testing. That's all about me, sir.
Okay, that's great. Can you tell me about the current project you're working on?
Yeah, that is the project name was the ibuild.io. The billing of radius solution of the billing of authentication of end of user, or we can manage the and contact real-time charging or billing product for digital service provider, and the product enable service provider to launch a new product and service day and capture, as well as we real time demand sharing of the driver customer experience. That is the uh, description, or called the ibuild.io project. Or we can automate the this we write the test cases in this project, as well as the we automate the page what are we given the customer requirement or not. That is the
Okay,
whole structure in the project.
okay, that's great. So there you, as you tell, you are working as a manual tester. So like how you start your testing, how you people initiate your testing when you get the build or something, how you do that?
Means how
So
we you
okay,
mean to how to write the test case?
no. So
Mm.
generally, okay, so let me rephrase the questions. Might be I'm confusing. Yeah. So which sprint you follow? Which type of software development life cycle you follow? Is that a agile or a SDLC or what?
Yeah, mainly used in a software development life cycle, or as well as we high level project that can be used in the agile model.
Okay. So okay, I understood that. Can you just tell me, how typically, a week looks for you, how you work, how you start your testing, or like when, who will convey you, you start your testing, something like that.
Yeah, basically, first the requirement present in the client, or means requirement in the uh, customer requirement, whatever we present in the organized current organization. That is the we write the currently we means first step in the we create a test case ID. Then mainly we use in an Excel sheet in the test cases. First step is the test case ID, then test description, whatever we give in the customer requirement, then assumption and precondition we write it. Or
Uh,
then next in the test data, or whatever we step executed, what is the valid username or password, as well as we write in the URL. Then expected result or actual result, we all the status in pass or fail. That is the step of the requirement
no,
given in the client. or write the in a test case in Excel sheet.
Yeah, I understood that. Like, so, uh, so you work. Tell me the practically, like how you get that. You're like, I understood you get the feature and all every time, right? So how
Yeah.
you get the build? Where you test actually? Where you get that website link? Or where you deploy that feature? Anything? Any idea you have about that?
Means keep things simple and means make a test case reusable, or then keep
No, no,
test and
no. So
oh,
so let me again. Okay. Uh, so how when you do delivery also, like when the your whatever testing you are doing, the build, or I can say application, when you deploy in the production, when you push to the production, any every month you push, or like when you do releases every month, every week, how you do that?
mm, so suppose means whatever we requirement is given there, then we have to uh, we in a scrum meeting as well as whatever be given
Okay.
there.
So you said Scrum, right? So Scrum is part of what?
Scrum of the part of the agile model.
Correct. Scrum is a part
Uh,
of the agile model, right? So,
yeah.
so in agile, what you have other things? You will have a sprint, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So what does mean by sprint?
Yeah, sprint is that is the we write it correct means whatever the exact time we release in the state, that is the sprint call.
No,
Eh,
it's not correct. So, okay. So what is the sprint duration you people follow that in your company?
so first uh, suppose one time is high level of the
No, no,
duration,
no.
the 2 weeks in the 2 hours into three hours time sprint, or then medium level is we can give the
No,
in
no,
a
no, 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 no. I'm talking about the sprint duration. So how long, your sprint goes on, like, so when you follow sprint, because currently you told in your company you are following agile. So what is the sprint duration you work on?
mainly used in the between 1 to 4 weeks.
Uh,
Suppose
so
suppose
for
an
you,
agile sprint in the short amount of the time that team has committed uh, to complete the work, and how long is the sprint is agile. I mean, the sprint is a scrum can be
no, no, no.
means can be long is what you want, whatever is most common sprint length, that is between 1 or 2 weeks.
I understood. That is a general term, right? When generally Agile says 1 to 4 weeks, but in your company, your project, what is the sprint duration?
Between same like the 1 to 2 weeks or four. Whatever is given in the whatever is given in the means requirement as well as product manager or
Okay,
uh, so
okay, that's fine. Okay, so okay, so can you explain me STLC, software test life cycle?
yeah, software test like is one of the it stands for the software testing life cycle. That is the sequence of the different activities can be performed. The
Uh,
we
Sorry to interrupt. So after this, we'll move on the coding also. So could you please share your screen parallelly and open the Eclipse or any ID you are comfortable on, online editor or anything you're comfortable on. So and then we'll parallelly we'll ask a question and I'll till then I'll frame a question for you, the coding question.
So Eclipse are not present in my data.
Yeah, so any online editor, whichever you are comfortable on, or any your system has any ID, I'm still okay with that. Any online editor or anything, and then we'll proceed on the interviews, and you can share your screen.
Okay.
And if possible, please share the entire screen, so it would be very helpful for me, not the tab or
Yes, sir.
something. Are you able to share the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. So meanwhile, I'll type the question also. Meanwhile, you can explain the STLC.
Okay.
So please explain the STLC. Till then, first we'll go on the some manual testing, then we'll move on the coding. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, can you explain the STLC?
Yeah, that is the software testing life cycle. It is sequentially a different activity performed during software testing process. Mainly in the characters in the software development software testing life cycle. This one, as well as software development life cycle in the fundamental parts of the pages. Then software testing life cycle start as soon as the requirement are defined as the software requirement documents shared by the stakeholder. For software testing life cycle end as a step-by-step process to ensure quality software. That is the 5 different phases in the software testing life cycle. Sorry, there are six to 5 pages in the present in the software testing life cycle. First in the requirement analysis, then next in the test planning, then next in the first in the requirement analysis. The requirement analysis is the first step in this phase. Quality assurance team understand the requirement like what is to be tested. Suppose if anything is missing or not, then assurance teams meet with the stakeholder and the better understanding the details knowledge of requirements. Then next one page is the test planning. Then test planning is the most efficient phase of the software testing life cycle, where we software phase are defined in phase of manager of the testing team calculate the estimate effort of the test work. Then next one is the test case development. Whatever we write the coding or the deployment of the scanning or phase completed, then the phase testing teams note down the detailed cases. Then next one is
No,
the
I understood.
yeah.
So you just tell me the software test planning only, don't go inside the uh, like, so you just tell me the software test life cycle, not test planning, because whatever you're saying is a part of test planning, right?
Software planning is the we phase which senior queue manager determine the test plan strategy along with the effect or cost estimate or whatever the source test environment or test limitation and the test schedule. They also determine the test plan, did effect, the panelists of the same
Okay.
phase. These are the yeah. With the
Okay.
software testing, the whatever the URL or given the
Okay.
customer or
So
whatever is write the
let's
test case in itself. Yeah.
okay, I am, so feeling like you're a little bit stressed or something. Okay, so I'll do one thing. So we will do a normal chat kind of things, right? Instead of doing a proper, formally thing, we'll discuss about how it goes. Okay, just tell me the real answer, which might you feel you work, because as you are working, so how it goes on in the real, because these all what you are saying, it's feel like more bookish knowledge to me. Okay, theory. So I believe on the practical things. So let's discuss on that, like uh, so as you said, software test life cycle or something. So when you start your testing life cycle in your project, like currently you're working, right? So when you start, is that you used or not, something like that?
No, it is used when yeah. Manually we can not write in the test cases, so we can use in automate or automation as well as we create in the Excel sheet test plan.
Correct,
So
right?
mm,
So, is that you are following in your current project, software test lifecycle STLC or not?
yeah.
Yeah. So when you start that in a sprint, when you start?
Mm, so I think manage to when customer requirement then analyze what are the documents like SRS. Then we script the test case scenario identification or we write in the test case design as well as test case review.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
mostly in the 1 to 2 weeks we can sprint
Okay.
we
So, how typically a bug life cycle or defect life cycle looks for you in your project? How the bug life cycle flow or a defect life cycle flows looks like? Can you just explain me that?
um, works with
You raise bug,
with
right?
I no, I don't write in the bug report.
It's not bug report. So anything, when you get a bug, what you do in your current company?
Any means we bugs in the present or present in this project. So we write in the bug report.
No, no, no. So
Yes.
bug report is different. I'm saying it. Suppose you're testing it. You found something. What you do? Suppose you found some defect or bug. What you do with that? For that bug, what you do? What step you take? Let's discuss like that.
So we can small need meeting means like a scrum meeting, daily stand up. We discuss what are the bugs in project or what will be next step in given the bug release or we corrected the bug or defect. That is the meeting in the uh, or we present in the developer or tester as well as in present in me.
You
That
heard of, yeah. So anytime you heard of Jira or Joho or anything you heard of, something like that? Atlassian you heard of something name?
yeah, Jira is used in the testing tool like bug tracking tool or bug report template for bug
Used any
resolution.
you used any time or not?
Not like many times. Something I think 1 or 2 times you can use. So that is not for
Okay.
knowledge.
Okay, got it. So we'll move on the coding. Okay, that's fine. So we will move on the coding. You have to find a unique character. Okay, character in a string. Okay, so input is going to be. I'm just pasting in the chat, so you can take that question. You can paste it. Input is something like just. Okay, okay, so output will be going to be something looks like this. So output will be something like S. So to find a unique character in the string. So can you paste the input and something? So I'll explain you. And whatever the language you prefer, you can code it. I'm very open with that. And if you're
Uh,
thinking something, you can think out loud. So it will be great.
yeah, I can using the online GBD,
Correct.
online
So
component developer
what programming language you will use?
in Java.
Okay,
Java.
sure.
Yes.
So can you paste the question here? Question in the sense, input and output. And if you paste the question also, it will be great because this session is getting recorded. So it will be here.
Yes, sir. Find the unique character in the string. Given input is QA. Okay.
Yeah, so you have to
Yeah.
find a unique character. So if you see the string which I had given, I hope S is the unique character.
Yeah. Input given this.
So, first, you have to select the language, right? Then only you will get that kind of editor. Yes. Can I ask you one thing?
Yes, sir.
If you want to take a help, you can take it help from here. You can Google it. If you don't know, it's good. If you're not knowing, that is good actually, but you can accept it because I feel like you're taking help from outside. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you taking help from the outside? Like, if you want, you can Google it here. I'm okay with that. But just explain me the code, what is doing.
Yeah, we giving the input and we QA present.
Okay, just explain me
Shows on the
line number 13 to me. Can you explain me line number 13? What it does? That line number 13 itself, can you explain me what it does?
string is the we present in the output in the as well as means the true or false value we given in the.
Okay,
That's why
so
like in a boolean
what
questions
it
so
does
like
that?
true or false.
Okay,
We show in the output, yeah.
okay,
And we find the union means union character. So
okay. What is
giving the
line?
character
I understood that. What is line number 24 does that?
24, we
Yeah.
create in on one object,
Object of what?
like in the main string object given in the
No. Object of what you're creating. So that's why I told, are you taking help from outside? That is the line number 24 is saying it, you're taking help from outside.
I think that is not important. That is not I think the
Okay, fine actually. So we'll have a 2 more minutes and we'll conclude that interview. Okay, just a query asking line number 9. Can you explain me line number 9, why it's there and what it does, general term? Are you familiar with the line number 9?
yeah. It is the main input of the
Line number 9.
has include steady diode. This is standard input output we or header file we given in the
For what?
we,
Is that used in Java?
I can select in the Java, I think. So
Yeah, you selected Java, but is that used in Java? I'm just asking.
oh, no, that is not used in the Java hashtag include. You can
Anytime
use in
you
the
heard
C.
C, okay, okay. And what about the line number 11?
Yeah, they also not using the Java. We use in the C language. I don't know. I can select in the Java, so include or integer. What is it present? I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we will conclude that interview. Okay. So I'm done with my, interview. So I'll give you general feedback as the part of the we have a process. So process, so I will say better you work on your coding and also on the testing part. Okay, instead of coming up with the some theoretical things, if you explain better in a practical way, it would be great. And coding, you need to little work hard on that, understanding the things. Okay, yeah. So thank you for your time. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.